Hello everyone, welcome to part 6 of Rastakhan Rumble card review. Alright, we're gonna be discussing at least 12 cards. So it's quite a few cards I'm gonna be starting out with. Now as a reminder, I do everything with my voice. So this is quite a unique thing. Because I am disabled, I'm unable to use a keyboard, mouse, or even a controller. But I still have the capability to edit these videos and bring content for you guys to watch. So anyways, we're gonna be starting out with Soup Vendor, a neutral rare. We're gonna be starting out with several neutral cards. Whenever you restore 3 or more health to your hero, draw a card. I can really see this in Shaman with Healing Rain. Play Healing Rain, you draw a card. That's nice. You play Priest, you play a card that I'll be discussing in a minute here. So this, I would say, has potential. Even in Warlock, after you play the Death Knight, since you are dealing 3 damage to a target, you heal 3 to your hero as well. So there you go, it's like a life tap with conditions that does not damage you. Condition is, you have to have this on board, and you have to be under 27 HP. So those conditions are doable if you really want to draw some cards in the late game. So there's this card. Another neutral, Sightless Ranger. A common 5 mana 3/4. Rush. Overkill. Summon 2 1/1 bats. Kind of overpriced for a 3/4, but the stats, well, the text is viable to make this 5 cost, but most likely it's just a pack filler. I don't think it's gonna see much play. Maybe in Arena if your other options are not that great in a specific bucket. So there's that. Other than that, I don't see much potential with this. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe the bats have rush, I don't know. But it should say if they do have rush, which they don't. I'm also assuming these bats are beasts. Well, I would hope so. Anyways, another neutral card, a Line Cracker. 7 mana, epic. 5 attack and 10 health. Overkill. Double this minion's attack. So this card, not having any travel synergy, kind of irritates me. Because this really does. I just think it would be so much better if this was a pirate or a troll, which would be a new tribe. So that something like that would be interesting. But if you achieve the overkill conditioned, the opponent can just silence it using things like Spellbreaker, for example, or even the owl. You're playing an odd deck, or even the priest. 0 mana silence. I really think silencing minions will be a popular tech choice in a lot of decks, especially the control decks. But we'll see a lot of that. I mean, does this... Yeah, this definitely a weakness for this card. I mean, it's still gonna have 10 health, so maybe just throw this in a priest deck as a last condition. Or like an inner fire, divine spirit, priest. This might be in the deck, so we'll see. We'll see if that idea is any good. I mean, you're facing druid, they get a lot of armor, so does warrior. Having Linecracker as a last resort is tolerable, to say the least. So in any other class, I don't really see is gonna be in any other class. I mean, we'll see. 7 mana is a bit pricey, but for what it does, it's reasonable. I mean, yeah, just 7 mana is really the perfect price. 7 mana, I mean 6 mana, just seems a little cheap. 8 mana seems a bit expensive. The 7 mana is correct. We have another epic, also a neutral, Snapjaw Shell Fighter. 5 mana, 3/8. Whenever an adjacent minion takes damage, this minion takes it instead. So, in effect, this is really a minion version of both Ram Shield, if familiar with that card. And if you're not familiar with that card, it's a wild card where if your hero takes damage, both takes it instead. So yeah, this is exactly a minion version of that card. I mean, of course, it has to be an adjacent minion. That adjacent minion dies. But it wouldn't be able to die, because this would soak the damage. Can this be good? I think it can be. I like it. It's decent. I mean, of course, your hero still takes the damage, but it's still a good card. Is it gonna see much play in Constructed? Maybe. I think it'll see more play in Arena, if it is an option. So we'll see how good this is. We have another neutral epic, Mosh Og Announcer. 5 mana, 6/5. Pretty good stats for a 5-drop. Enemies attacking this have a 50% chance to attack someone else. So just like any other ogre, besides the basic ogre that we have access to, it's just the flavor of ogres, I guess. Like there's like always a 50% chance it can do something else. I think this can also definitely see more play in Arena than Constructed, because I really don't see this being played in Constructed in a meta deck. Maybe it's some sort of off meta deck, you can see some play. But we'll see. I mean, we're almost done with revealing these cards. I say there's about 40 cards left that should be revealed. So this is pretty good. I mean, it could be bad, I don't know. Anyways, mage spell, elemental evocation for 0 mana. The next elemental you play this turn costs 2 less. So the obvious option is to have Leyline Manipulator in your hand. So Manipulator goes down to 2, and then you also reduce cards that didn't start in your deck if you're holding it. Reduce the cost by 2. So in effect, you are reducing the first card after Leyline by 4. You think about it that way. So something can definitely be free. So we'll see how good this is. I mean, elemental evocation can definitely enable the questless Exodia with the Antonitis. It's pretty decent. I mean, is it any good? I mean, evocation can in effect be a fireball. You have Antonitis in hand. But yeah, evocation can really enable the Exodia, so it's fun. Can it work? Can it be more consistent in the current version? We'll see. So now we have a Hunter card, Blood Scalp, Strategist, 3 mana rare, 2 attack, 4 health. Battlecry, if you have a weapon equipped, discover a spell. So as the opponent and they see a Hunter play this, if they have Eaglehorn Bow equipped, the Hunter would want to have to discover a secret. So there's that. Because in effect, you are drawing a spell. So Strategist can definitely fit in a mid-range deck. So now we have a couple priest cards, starting out with Seance, 2 mana common. Choose a minion, add a copy of it to your hand. So this kind of works like Faceless and Zola in the same kind of mindset, at least. So this can definitely see play in a Reno type deck in Wild. So you have Reno. You can't afford Zola yet. So you play this. 1 mana cheaper than Seance. You can still have Zola in the deck, but you can, I mean, if you're free to play, since this is a common, basically, you're giving free to play players to Zola. So that is great for new players that are returning. Well, they would be returning when Reno was standard, or whenever you had Reno and you're just coming back, just sick of the game, and you're coming back and you see Seance and you don't have Zola. There you go. But if you have all the cards, you play Reno, Play Zola. You have another Reno in hand. Play that Reno. Play Seance. You have yet another Reno. Or Amaref. Yeah, if you're playing Death Rattle. Synergies. This card could definitely see potential in Wild. In Standard, I mean, it's kind of fun. Say some minion that you have is about to die, you just play Seance and just put it back in your hand. And maybe play it again. In effect, healing it. So you can also choose a minion, so it's opponent minions as well. So you put Seance on Lich King, for example, or even any card really. 2 mana Faceless. It's nice. But you have to pay the full cost for that minion. And it's also in your hand. So battle cries go off, so Seance on Shudderwalk would be kind of amusing. So we'll see what people think about this. In Standard. In Wild, I mean, they can definitely see some play. So now we have Sand Drudge. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 zombie with Taunt. 3 mana 3/3. So those are fair stats for a 3-cost minion. Whenever you cast spells, summon zombies. I like this. Especially if you're facing an aggro deck, it's pretty good. Can't think of much else to say about this card. So now we have Regenerate. 0 mana, common, restore 3 health. So this is pretty good. If you're playing the Death Knight and you just want to ping off the opponent even more, you ping, regenerate, ping again. 4 mana, deal 4 to the opponent, and you restore 3 health to your face or a minion that has Taunt on your board. So this card has potential, especially with the Lyra. You can enable Lyra trains with this card. Even Lyra can even give you more of these. Or even in Wild, you have cards that whatever heals with damage instead. Something like that would be nice. Even there's that Standard card as well. Does the same thing. That's nice too. Maybe you can even kill off the opponent faster this way. So this card has potential the more you think about it. So now several Druid cards. Gonk the Raptor. 7 mana legendary. 4 attack, 9 health. After a hero attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. I'm assuming it being this. So basically, after your hero attacks and kills a minion in the late game, it's kind of unlikely, but if that does happen, this may attack again. So this needs to survive a turn, attack something, not dying. Then your hero attacks something, kills the minion, this may attack again. It's kind of weird. A lot of conditions need to be met for this to really be effective. So I don't see this card having potential. Maybe the last few cards that get revealed for. Druid basically gives your hero attack power. I mean, there are ways to buff your hero attack, but realistically, when you can put those attacking your hero attacking cards can just easily be replaced with higher power cards. So I don't think this card will be viable in meta decks. Unless Blizzard just reveals something overpowered. I mean, that'd be quite unfortunate. Having Druid even be more overpowering. Which, releasing this card might just say to us, hey, we wanna release something that's powerful, but not too powerful. Powerful but needs support, basically. So now we have another Druid card. 4 mana, Mark the Loa, rare spell. Choose one. Give a minion +2/+4 and taunt. Or summon 2 3/2 raptors. So immediately what I think of is playing Teacher. In Wild, play Mark the Lotus. Then you play this card. That's an insane turn. You play Loa first, then Lotus. Because Lotus, after you cast Loa, makes the Raptors 4/3. 2 4/3 Raptors. The next turn, you put the mushroom power between that. That is 2 6/5 minions. That's powerful. So in standard, you can kind of do the same thing, but just more expensive ways to do it. Which can this card by itself make Token Druid more viable? Maybe. Say you're in the late game, it's unreasonable to be. Maybe you play Teacher, next year you play this. You coin something. I don't know. Something like that. Has potential, I would think. Maybe this card is trash, and I'm overthinking this. But I don't think so. I mean, this, in Wild, might see more play. In Standard, not so much. Just because Mark the Lotus is not Standard. So we'll see the potential of this card. Now we have a rogue card. Can really enable the archetype I was speaking of in previous videos, called Captain Hooktusk. 8 mana 6/3. Battlecry. Summon 3 pirates from your deck and give them rush. So pirates, a couple examples are Ticket Scalper, which was revealed or reviewed in my first video of this reveal, or was it the second? Can't remember right now, but Scalper with Rush makes this good. Another pirate. A rogue, cutthroat buccaneer. Combo, which if you play hook toss, this does not get the combo enabled. There's still 2-4. Another example, Nightmare Amalgam. So if this has rush, it's pretty decent, since it does have 4 health. It can survive. And these are just a few examples of standard pirates. There's also the South Sea Buccaneer, the other pirate that buffs other pirates, which hasn't seen play since patches got rotated and nerfed up the wazoo. Maybe Hook Tusk will just revive that minion. I like the potential of this card. It just revives Pirate Rogue, which has never really seen play and be competitive for a long time. So maybe this card will make Pirate Rogue competitive, or at least fun to play with. And I just noticed that belt buckle she has, it's a shark, and the Loa for Rogue is the sharks, so I like that tie-in. Now we have a shaman card that might change a particular deck. Bog Slosher, 3 mana rare, also 3 attack, 3 health, also an elemental. Battle Cry, return a friendly minion to your hand and give it +2/+2. So in effect, can this be a budget grumble, so to speak? Because it kind of has the same conditions as Grumble. Or maybe it's in addition to Grumble. I mean, say you don't have Grumble, this is a budget replacement if you don't have Grumble. Now you have it, this just enables a combo. Say combo whiffs, and that the combo doesn't play Grumble, or Sherlock doesn't enable the battle cry of Grumble. But you played Bog Slosher earlier in the game, and so this is how it should go down. Play Shutterwalk, the battle cries of Chain Gang go off, and then Grumble goes off, then this goes off. It's basically insurance if you have Grumble. Just say, play Shutterwalk, first battle cry goes off is for Grumble, then Serenade goes off, then Slosher, battle cry goes off. Something like that could happen, or you just have an Omega Whiff and Bog Slosher goes off first, then Grumble, then Serenite. You're messed up. So you give yourself 2 extra chances to have Shutterwalk get the combo, get enabled. So there you have it. Bog Slosher is an insurance policy if Grumble whiffs and Serenite goes off. So there you go. something like that can happen. And now we have a warrior card, which can really enable the dragon synergy. Ember Scale Drake. 5 mana rare. Also 5/5. Also dragon. Drake equals dragon. So there you go. Battle Cry. If you're holding a dragon, gain 5 armor. So it casts. That spell gives you 5 armor. So it's decent. That's all I'm gonna say. It's decent. Say you're like the mid game, mid to late game, you have a dragon in hand, and you want to get rid of something on the opponent's side. You have a dragon in hand, play this, gain 5 armor, and play the shield slap something. So that kind of turn can be decent. It's also an odd cost. I like this card a lot. Can really enable the Dragon Warrior in Standard. Or also buff the sort of existing archetype of Dragon Warrior, which basically revives it from the dead in either format. So there you have it. Dragon Warrior might be a thing now. So now we have another mage spell I forgot to discuss earlier. Splitting Image. Of course, 3 mana secret. When one of your minions is attacked, summon a copy of it. So this can only occur on your opponent's turn. So Control Mage might see this being played. If you have a big minion, you have a secret, this secret. In particular, the opponent attacks into that big minion, he has summon a copy of it. That's a pretty decent thing, and quite an annoying thing, mind you, for the opponent. Oh yeah, this card might see some play in a control-based mage deck. So now the final card, which is kind of highly anticipated for this video, probably one of the most powerful minions revealed in this expansion, called the Undertaker. 8 mana, 8/5. Battle Cry. Gain the death rattle effects of 3 friendly minions that die this game. So this can immediately see play in the late game of Hunter by playing this, then playing Play Dead, which will trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. That's quite a strong and annoying turn. So those death rattle minions, friendly minions rather, has to die before playing this. So you can't just play this with Kathrina on board. Kathrina has to die, then you play this. I mean, that makes it kind of awkward. You might not have leftover beasts, but still a good turn. And then you have other classes that might play Spirit Singer, Umbra, 4 mana 3/4. After you summon a minion, triggers death rattle effects. You're playing Priest. You have 10 mana available to you. 2 of the minions who died earlier this game gave you coins. That's quite a lot of conditions to be met. You need to have 2 coins. So you play Umbra, play those coins, then you play Undertaker. In your hand, you play Umbra, coin, play Undertaker. Death run effects get triggered. Say you get a coin or even other things. I can't give good examples right now, but Priest and Hunter can see the most play with this. Maybe in Rogue with all of those Rogue Death Rattle things that goes down. This is gonna be quite an interesting game with this in play. A lot of classes would just be insane with this card. Well, thankfully, Zoth is in Wild. Otherwise, Undertaker would truly be crazy. Or shall I say, wild in the Wild format. Yes, you edited there? All you Wild players? Yeah, okay. This is definitely going to be a fun card to play around with. So we'll see how good this is. I mean, it could be just overhyped, but I believe the Undertaker has potential. So on that note, thank you for watching. Look forward to at least 2 more card reveals in the next few days. So also, please don't forget to click that subscribe button if you like what you see. Also, like the video and comment below. Until then, see you next time.